Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner, and this is another review. Okay, 90 Day Fiance, Season 7, Episode 4. Let's get into this now. Okay, if you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a JayBird. JayBird. Dun 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 dun. I feel like it's lipstick on my face. But I might be tripping. Yep, I'm tripping. Anyway, do not, all that good stuff. Do not forget to also like, comment, and share this video. You can follow me on IG and or Twitter at J_Lees_Corner and all of that jazz. This season, we only 4 episodes in, but I feel like something is off. But I also feel like in about 2 more episodes, it's going to pick up. So I'm going to wait until that to have some kind of opinion on the season so far. You know, we only 4 episodes. So by episode 6, I can say, yeah or nay. Okay, but let's get started. So first up, we have Michael and Juliana. Okay, Michael, as we know, is an older man. She's a younger woman, and she has been there for a few days so far. And as he has said, she is bonded with the children. Okay, we do see. So her and the daughter getting along. We see she was doing her own hair. The daughter like, oh, can you do mine too? I want to have buns like you. We're cute. It's cute. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. She brings up how she thinks it's easy for her to mesh with his children because she's used to being around her nieces and nephews, so it's not foreign to her. I do think it's true if a person has never been around kids, it's weird. But if you have been around children, you at least know a little bit of how to act, okay? So, but today she's gonna be meeting the ex-wife, okay? The ex-wife, okay? So the son says, my mom is very assertive, okay? And she says what she thinks in a way that is nice, but to the point, you know what she's talking about or whatever. The daughter says, like, I don't think she'll be done, like, they'll be threatened by each other, but I do think that Juliana's nervous, and she do say she's nervous, okay? Michael brings up how about ex, she can smell bullshit or whatever. So if she feels like some bull crap is going on, she will react to that because that's what she feels. But you need to check that, okay? Because even though she smells BS, it may be how we know it's not something she just don't like. Like, don't let her, bullshit me to be the thing that gauges your stuff with Juliana. Okay, we're not gonna do that. So Sarah do get there, and Sarah, in my opinion, was in fighting clothes. Okay, because I'm like, she was in some Timberland boots, some real loose clothes, and a whole little jacket or whatever. But this is them sitting there all together, 3 peas in an awkward pod. Okay, girl, I don't know what to do. So Sarah brings up how she is not competing with Juliana, you know what I'm saying, because she does not have any feelings. Like, she's not trying to win anything. So, like, I'm not trying to win anything, so I'm not in any kind of competition with her. And I said, you may not be in competition with her, but you do seem a little competitive for something. I'm not sure why or whatever. So Sarah asked, her like, what do you, because they walk in, they hug, oh, hi, niceties or whatever, and they sit down, they chit chat and eating food and whatnot. And then, so what do you think your role would be, in this family? And I'm like, well, damn, she just got there. Like, give her a time to get acclimated. And I'm like, if she married their father, she'll be a stepmama. The stepmother, okay? But, young people like, well, I don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm lost and, how this all would fit together because I've only been here a couple of days. This is my first time meeting you, so I don't know. So, Juliana also brings up that in her country, okay, that people who divorce don't, like, hang out and talk and be friends and, like, you don't see them together like this is foreign to her. You know what I'm saying? It's just not how it goes where I'm from or whatever. So, Michael brings up, I'm not going to pressure Juliana, you know what I'm saying, to kind of figure out what she wants to do this year or whatever, because the kids already have you as a mom, and I'm dad. The kids love you as their mom, and I know they don't want another mother. It did seem like Sarah's trying to avoid Juliana being any kind of mother figure to the kids. So it do seem like she does not want to be replaced. She wants to let everybody know, I am the kid's mother. I am their mother. I am mom. And I don't think Juliana wants to be they mama. I think she wants to be friendly with the kids and be their stepmother. So you don't have to be so territorial, okay, Sarah? So, I'm like, but he also brings up how the kids love you as a mom. They don't want to replace you. However, they love Juliana as far as they've gotten to know her since she's been here or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Sarah then said at the table in front of the kids and to Juliana, I don't want you to parent my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because the role of a step parent doesn't include any parenting. I say, no, you sound stupid. She sound like a woman who don't want no man. She sound like she could be a lesbian. Okay, I'm just saying, because why would you not want the person who's with your husband, who will be around your kids on any kind of regular basis, to still parent them? I'm not saying that she can outrank you, but whatever rules that y'all have for the kids, that's what she would follow. But to make it seem as if she wouldn't help raise your kids, even if the kids is in the house that she lives in, is asinine and just stupid. It should, and this is, I was raised in a house with a stepfather. I never called him my stepfather. That's my dad, because he's been around since I was little. However, he never acted like a step parent. Like, he parented me because he raised me since I was in fucking first grade. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, for her to say like, oh, she can't parent. I'm looking like, I don't think she's gonna come in on day one and start laying down rules. But I do think as she's there in the family and as time goes on, she is gonna parent them kids in one way or the other. It may not be as stern as you. I don't think she's gonna whoop them kids, but I do think she should be able to parent them kids as she's there with the family growing and growing and growing. And Juliana brought up how, I feel awkward. I feel like I'm not a part of the family, whatever. I'm just like an outsider, whatever. And it was based on what Sarah ass said. I'm like, Sarah, sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere, girl. Can't be parent. I'm like, what? The job of a step parent isn't to parent. Then what is their job? What do you think a step parent does? Just sits around and pays half the bills? And cooks half the food and wash half the clothes? She's not a maid. If she married a father, she would be a parent figure. Again, she's not replacing you, but don't treat her like she's a child. Don't do that, okay? But I'm like, whatever. And I feel like Juliana also felt weird because Michael didn't kind of say anything to that comment from Sarah when she told her that, she didn't want her parenting the kids. And I'm like, girl, couldn't be me, not today. Because I've dated, every guy I've dated has had children, okay, and I've always been a helping hand with the kids, okay. If I'm helping take them to school, okay, cooking breakfast, helping with homework, because at that point in time they in our household. Guess what I'm doing? I'm helping parent the kid, but I'm following the lead of their birth parents. Whatever foundation y'all have, okay, these are the rules, you have to follow them. But you're going to respect me as a figure in this household. I ain't your friend like that. You know what I'm saying? We friendly, but I ain't your friend. But I digress, girl. Sarah going to cause some trouble. I can tell it now because she don't want Juliana to be a equal partner in the parenting of the kids. Ever. I'm a helper, and she either can accept my help or not. And I was like, you and your help, Sarah. Sit down. So I just feel like that was rude to say. I think it was a way to. I just think it's dumb to say a step parent can't help parent kids. I'm looking like, girl, that was it with them. Okay. Next up we have Robert and Annie. Now, this train wreck of a train wreck, okay, is still out here having issues. So she's been there for about 2 weeks, and they are still having a tense relationship, okay, mainly because they keep fussing about money, because neither of them have any, okay, because she ain't got none, and he barely has any, okay, let's just say that. But he brings up how they love each other, so because they love each other, they are fine. If you say so, Robert, okay? But I feel like, Robert, you full of shit, okay? You brought this girl here on the false pretenses now, and now that she wants some money that you don't have, it's just some bullcrap or whatever. So today they're going to meet with Bryson's grandparents on his mom's side. Now, even though Bryson's mom is not in the picture, he says, he still makes sure that Bryson, gets to know his mom's side of the family, and her side of the family is, they see the kid or whatever is fine. So he brings up how he's had issues in the past with the mom, the grandma, but they fine now. But he's also shared these things, these issues with Annie. So Annie in the car with a whole ass attitude. I'm like, girl, you don't even have a good enough visa to have attitude with us Americans. Calm down and just calm down, okay? So Annie said, I don't care to meet them because they're only Bryson's family. They're not my family, and I ain't got to deal with them. The fact that people think that you don't have to deal with the family of the children is crazy. You do. You really, really do. You cannot. It's like, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with them, whatever, because I don't have to. No, you do, because God, if you and Robert get married, and God forbid something happens to him, you're gonna have to have some kind of relationship with that boy's mom's side, because that's his family. Period. Okay? And she sounds stupid saying that. They not my family. They may not be your family, but if you're friends with Bryson, then you have to include them. Period. Okay? Anyway, so we get to the grandparents. Where they at? Okay? Now, the grandparents, okay, did not know about Annie. Okay? They did not know that Robert was engaged until about 2 days ago, said the grandfather. Now, the grandfather to me is cute. I like him. Now, he also looks a little weird and sadistic a little bit, like he may be like him in worse with things, whatever. But I like, he has a dark side. I'm like, oh, hey, granddaddy, or whatever. So anyway, the grandfather said how he, we can't believe he didn't tell us anything about him meeting some girl, and not only that, bringing her back to America and, marrying her until again like 2 days ago. So the grandparents are the ones who requested to meet Annie to see who he has around that grandchild. Because again, the grandma says she is the mother figure in Bryce's life because his mama ain't. I say, but girl, you raised her. Anyway, so when they say, well, how did y'all meet? What's going on? We met through mutual friends, on social media, which means them same people you may know. That's what it was. Okay. Oh, okay. So, and what happened? And I went and seen her one day, and I proposed, and now she's here. And they like, oh, well, okay. Well, why didn't you tell us? You know what I'm saying? Like, we're family. Like, why didn't we know? And Robert says he felt as if it wasn't his. He didn't have to tell them his business, and that part I agree with. Robert don't owe them people his life story at all. But I do think once you were applying for that K1 visa, and once you were proposed to some girl, hey, this that I proposed to somebody, and eventually she gonna move here. That about of a heads up, I don't think there's anything wrong with. Now I don't think he needs to like run it by them, but I do think maybe let them know before 2 days, before she gets here or whatever, or after she's here. Because again, if they said they found out 2 days ago, she's already been here for a couple weeks, and again they didn't know. So I say, Lord Jesus. And then they also brought up how y'all have been talking for 2 years, dating for 2 years, met for one day, and now you have a strange woman in your house with our grandson. Like, what's going on with that? Now, that part I agree with. You have a whole stranger who you've only met one time for one day for a couple hours living in your house with my grandchild. How do we know she's not a Dominican Republic crazy person? We don't, because you didn't check for that. Okay? So, Robert, again, like, well, I didn't really need to tell y'all. Cool. So, Grandma, I think her name was Stephanie. I forgot what her name is. But Grandma said, okay, can I talk to Annie, one-on-one? Now, Annie don't like Grandma, even though she ain't never met Grandma. But Annie also is an asshole, okay? So, keep that in mind. So, Grandma said, how can I be a mother figure to Bryson? And so, I just want to know, like, how you're going to fit into my grandson's life, because you saying what affects him affects me. And I say, well, that's a good thing. I'm okay. Now, Grandma was nice. She didn't seem mean. She didn't seem snazzy or snappy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? She then said, but I also want to be honest with you, okay? I want to let you know some things that, you're saying, you're going to find out eventually, and I just don't want you to be shocked. So I want it to come from me. And I said, what's going on here? I knew. She then said, I'm a porn star. She's like, what? So she does pornography movies or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm assuming this movie, but I'm an adult film star, and I have been for 15 years. You know what I'm saying? But I like to be upfront with people. Now, first of all, when she said that, I instantly took a screenshot, sent it to a couple friends, and I said, "Do we know her?" We watched some things, like, do we know her? And we did not. Okay. Anyway, so Annie is shocked. Oh, what? Oh, okay. In her confessional, Annie then says, ugh, she isn't educated, you know what I'm saying? She isn't my family, you know what I'm saying? She's a nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's disgusting. I can't believe but Andy, you ain't nothing either. Look, there is nothing wrong with adult film stars. It's a job. It's a job, and we can't act like people don't do what they do when they do movies. Now, I don't watch all of them. Now I know there's some things on there that are disgusting that I don't rock with. But I'm not going to down someone because, hey, she out here banging and clanging for dollars. I don't care. Okay? But I'm like, and porn is amazing. Okay? If you're watching, right? So, it's just sex. Who really cares? Anyway, so, excuse me. She then asked Andy, well, what are your plans like for being here? Like, what do you plan to do while you're here? You know what I'm saying? Because again, it affects my grandson. At this point, I think after Andy found out Grandma was a porn star, she was over talk. She just didn't like her, didn't want to talk to her, did not want to be nice or friendly. Andy was a bitch, a complete bitch. And let me say this: if Grandma was my mama, and if I had been asked for my child life, I'm coming back today. Okay, the minute I saw this episode, oh, I'm back now. I gotta fight you and Annie on site, Robert, because I'm just saying. So Annie is upset. Like, I don't have to tell you what my plans are. I don't have to tell you anything. Why you ask me all these personal questions? I just don't. You're so rude or whatever. I'm like, she really wasn't. So Stephanie then saying, well, do you and Robert, plan to have kids? Are you on birth control? And I said, no, Grandma. Now, that was too far. That ain't your business, okay? Her contraceptive ain't your business, ain't no business at all. Now, even asking if they plan to have more kids, that's teetering. But the birth control thing, no. Hush it on up, okay? At that point, and I'm not answering nothing. I'm done or whatever. We would not be friends. I don't want to talk to you. I'm done. She was just mean and she was rude. But again, Grandma asked the question, but she was not rude in how she asked it. She said, "Oh, well, okay. I guess I was trying to be cordial, we're trying to be friendly, whatever. Just have a conversation. But I guess yep. I'm done talking to you." And then Annie kind of just walks away. I said, "Lord." So the grandparents leave, and I don't have a good feeling about this. I really don't. But they don't like Annie. Neither of them got a good vibe or whatever. But neither does America. We also don't get a good vibe from Annie. So Robert then tells Annie they're leaving. That I didn't like that. Why not to me? I don't like that. And he then said, well, you don't even have to deal with them anyway, so it's not that big, not that big of a deal. Then why did you introduce her to them? Robert, you're full of crap. Okay, I really feel like you're full of crap. I feel like if you know that boy grandparents is in his life, don't lie to her and say, oh, you won't even have to deal with them. Yes, she will. Them is that boy girl, I cannot. So again, Annie is upset. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Okay. So Robert then said later on that Annie was feeling some kind of way. She was feeling some kind of way. She was upset or whatever. Hurt by things that Stephanie, that's her name, Stephanie. The grandma Stephanie said. And, he wanted to make her feel better. So he took her out to get some food. So then she tells him, she asked me if I was on birth control. And like in those questions, she just kept asking me rude questions. As far as what I saw, that question wasn't rude, it was inappropriate. And again, she didn't ask it in any kind of malicious, nosy way. It was almost a casual conversation. Annie was more rude to Grandma than anything else. That's who should be mad. Okay? Everybody should be mad with Annie, but that's just on me. So Robert then said, oh, we're going to call her. We're going to call her and let her know she can't do this. She cannot talk to you. She can't get upset. No. He was attempting to defend Annie. Annie then say she don't think he defends her mainly because he won't not include them in their life. I'm my girl bye. Because she then say, why do they even need to see him? Why do they have to see Bryson? Because they're his family. She then said because she's a bitch and she's a porn star. I'm like, oh my God. A broke person can't talk about nobody else with a job. You ain't making $99, 99 cents. Okay, you cannot talk about good old porn star Grandma Stephanie. Leave her alone. Leave her be. So Robert then say, I don't like her lifestyle. However, I can't not let my son know his mom's out of the family. I'm not going to do that. But I'm like, Robert, you basically ordered a bride from a different country. Do we agree with your lifestyle? You have a 1-bedroom house with a son who don't have a bed. I don't agree with that, okay? But don't get on my... Just stop it. Anyway, she then says, you up here keeping your past and your present. I went to your social media and I took screenshots of all the pictures you have of your past. This girl had went on his Facebook page and scrolled all the way back and got pictures and photos that he has on his Facebook, old stuff of like people who were pregnant and nothing current, nothing current. And she say you, because you still have stuff on your social media, you live it in the past. And it's what we did not know. What we did not know, he don't have this one kid. No, he has 5 kids by 4 women. Okay. Anyway, he brings up how he doesn't get to see his other 4 kids very often or whatever, but he's now grown up. You know what I'm saying? He's better than what he was before, and so he's trying to be a good old man. I say if you say so. But his thing is, I'm not deleting that damn photo because again, that's my past. And not only that, what if my son or my kids in general want to see old photos from back in the day? Right. Andy up here telling him that he has to delete old photos because that's not right. And why would I be with somebody who won't delete them and blah, 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 blah. He like, look, I ain't deleting them. You know what I'm saying? He like, and talking about me, what about you? You won't even put me on your IG because you want to hide me from somebody else. So you know what I'm saying? You out here still hiding stuff or whatever. You hiding it to me. And until you are more upfront and, you know what I'm saying, and stop hiding your past, I'm not deleting nothing. And I said, well, okay. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, she brings up how before he lied to her. She said, before I came here, he told me that he had 3 kids by 2 women and 1 kid lived with him. She then said before she came here, he confessed that he had 5 kids by 4 women. But you still came. You can't complain that he lied to you about how many kids he had before you came here, but you still came here. You wanna know why? Because she wants to be in America. I'm just saying. And that was the whole thing. He told her, I'm not deleting nothing. Leave me be. Until you put me on your IG, I'm going to leave it there. Okay? All my exes, all 4 baby mamas will be on my old photos on my Facebook, and I don't care. And I say, y'all are stupid and crazy, but I don't. Girl, it's foolishness. Okay. Next up, we have Mike. Poor Mike, literally. And his fiance, Natalie. Natalie looked weird. I didn't know how to say it. So Broke Mike is flying to the Ukraine to meet his fiance Natalie, who he has not seen in 6 months. Okay, so over in the Ukraine, Natalie out here shopping for clothes, and she's 35 years old, and she says she knows that she's not getting any younger. So while she likes being very, very active, climbing mountains and skiing and swimming and battle axing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She's shot throwing, all kind of stuff. Okay, doing whatever. She says she knows that it's time for her to settle down, have some children, you know what I'm saying, be settled in these streets. So she brings up how they, of course, met through their best friends, how the time they both were going through divorces, and they bonded over that or whatever. And then, you know what I'm saying, they just clicked. And, that he came to see her a couple times or whatever. And she said, looking at him, he has, these beautiful eyes, a great smile, and looking at him, it felt like home. You know what I'm saying? And she said, then 3 months later, he proposed. When she said he felt like home, I said, oh, she loved him. Okay. Because that's not something people say when they scamming people usually. That's something that somebody say when they really want to be with that person. And she said, oh, she's like, he felt like home. And I was like, damn. I don't think I've ever heard that on this show. Just saying. Okay. So, again, he proposed 3 months later. And she said yes. So they're just waiting for her visa to be approved. She said it's not denied, but they're like, it's just like on hold or like it's not approved yet or whatever. So that's why she's having him come see her. So, we do see that when she talking with her friends out at dinner, whatever, the friends is like, well, how much money does he make? Because she's like, I want to have kids. Well, what does he work? Like, how much does he make? So she's like, oh, do you mean like, can he afford to take care of me and the baby? Now, she never answered with how much money he makes. I don't think she know. But she did say that he's a manager of a construction company. I said, is it the same one that he worked on his firm? Because that's different. That's in debt. Just saying. So, but the friends are making it seem as if, oh, if he can't afford you, if he's struggling with money, whatever, he not good enough for you. I'm like, now, I ain't saying they some gold diggers, but they ain't looking for no broke people, okay? I'm my girl. And sometimes love is about more than money. The difference is one thing for a person to not be rich, but comfortable. It's something completely different for a person to not be rich, not comfortable, and in debt. I don't want that one. I'm good on that. But she say, I want to do with him. Don't nothing else matter, whatever. I want to do with him. I want the babies, and I'm good on that. So Mike coming in town or whatever. So she's like, I want to I want to work on getting pregnant immediately. I want a baby now. Okay. So she also brings up how she wants Mike to love her mom because her mom did not like her ex-husband, and she said because he was real. Did you say forceful? Angry. He was a very intense person in some way, shape, or form, or whatever. So her mom did not like him, and she said one of the reasons, that she broke up with her, when she divorced her ex, was because of how much her mom and him did not get along. I said, oh, so your mom the reason you're single. Anyway, she then brings up how Mike and her mom have to get along, but she really wants her mom to like Mike because if she doesn't, she's like, I don't know if it can work. Oh. So your mama gonna be the reason you're single. Okay, I guess so, you know what I'm saying? Each their own, like be single your whole life, you know what I'm saying? And wait for your mama to approve on somebody. If you wanna do that, that's fine. So the mama said, go with me, Mike, at the store. Okay, go. Store. The airport, and I'll be here waiting on y'all get back, and I'll have some tea. Some real tea for y'all to drink. Okay, I said I guess that's good. So she get him from the airport. They were very, very, very happy to see each other. Y'all know I'm editing the video. So they were very happy to see each other. Like, oh, little running my arms and stuff. And then, he's very, very tall. Very, very tall. You could see him over everybody else. And then, like, it was amazing. Okay, it feels like home. She was happy to see him. He was happy to see her. And they just hugged and kissed or whatever. And it was cute. They then went back to the house, you know what I'm saying? And the mom was like, oh my God, Mike. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. Love, 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 blah, 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 blah. Okay, and he like, I'm ready to go to bed. Okay, he brings up how Natalie is a tiger in bed. Okay, she can do this. She can stick up. I'm like, we don't need no step by step how she's the alley cat in the sheets. Okay, let it be that. But he can't wait to have some. Let me bang. Bum, 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 bum. Let me bang. Is what you're trying to do. Trying to have some intercourse with you, relations, all up on them sheets, okay? And so they then go to bed. You know what I'm saying? They don't get no tea from mama. They went to bed, okay? And I'm like, because she trying to do what? Get pregnant. And he looked like he probably wouldn't use a condom because she's beautiful. I'm just saying. Anyway, but that's what it was with them two. Now we have Marcel and Anna, okay? Now, these two people who we know should not be together, mainly because neither of them speak each other's languages, also because, he has not told his family about her children, and that's some bullshit. So she brings up how things are not going so well for the beekeeping pair. So she takes him to her beehive because that's how they bond. That's how they met, over the beehive. And, Marcel brings up how all his ancestors was beekeepers. You know what I'm saying? The mamas, the daddies, the uncles, the grandparents, everyone was a keeper of the bees. And so he has been doing this since he was around 7 years old. So he's like, I'm happy to be around bees and the woman I love. And I'm like, well, that's cute. So Anna then says how he has more experience than her with the bees because again he's been doing this since he was a child. She also brings up how she's not as neat as she needs to be. She's just not an experienced beekeeper, truthfully be told. Marcel then says, I cannot say that Anna is a good beekeeper. Okay, she just it's already bee season or honey season, and her bees ain't even ready for it. And I said, well, okay, so I'm gonna help her become a better beekeeper. And then he was like scraping like old honey off, and she then said, oh yeah, I don't use to scrape it off. I'm like, but it was old, why you leaving it on there? Ain't that dumb? But as he said, he cannot say that she is a good beekeeper. So she then says, watching him do his thing, because he surely was in his element. I mean, like just doing things, whatever. She said, watching him with those bees, it turns me on. It's hot, to see him with the bees. And I was like, that is some freaky shit. Okay, I'm just saying, there are main things my friend can do that I like, oh, that's, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, not keep no bees. But, you know what I'm saying? She then tried to say to him that he's hot or she gets turned on watching him do that. You know what I'm saying? But he don't understand it or whatever. And then she said, am I hot or am I cute when I'm doing my big things? He's like, yes, he don't know what she said. He's like saying yes to things, but I digress. Anyway, so they then go to a wedding shower party where he can meet her friends. But she tell him like try not to have your phone out. That man don't speak English. Ain't the app on the phone? Don't bring someone around your American speaking friends who don't speak American English, okay? Because they won't know what's being said. And even though he was able to communicate a little bit here, a little bit there, I mean, if you would have had the translation thing, he can be able to communicate more to learn more things in English. But I mean, sometimes dumb is just dumb. So it's just weird to watch a person who can't speak English try to do it to multiple people. It's just weird or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's like because he knows basic words, he'll say those basic words and then that's it. I'm like, to me, that's not a real conversation. If all you know is hey, how you doing? I'm doing good. We did not have a good communication. You just said the bare minimum of what you do in English. Just saying. Anyway, so we then see our friends, ask a couple questions here, a couple questions there, whatever. But I'm looking like y'all are just confused. Mainly because the one friend then, so you know what I'm saying, even though I don't know Marcel, you know what I'm saying, but I trust that you're making the right decision for who you pick as a mate. And Anna getting all misty eyed and teary eyed because, oh, thank you. I'm like, girl, if y'all only knew, she picked a man who was hiding her kids from his family. She ain't picked somebody good. She picked somebody who was hiding her children from the girl. Had the kids. I just can't take it. That was all with them two people or whatever. Next up, Toya and Sinjin. Okay, Sinjin. He's been in town for 3 days. He's here for 3 days or whatever, and now it's time for them to leave the hotel and get back home to the she shed. Okay, so again, she told him the she shed was done. Okay, she told him her she shed was finished, but it's not. Okay, so Sinjin says, like, being from South Africa, I didn't even know what a shed was. Like, is it hold things? Is it where people live? Like, is it a storage? Like, I don't know what it is because, we don't have that there. He, like, I'm used to being, like, out in the bush, barefoot or whatever, just be free or whatever. And, but she said, like, it's a she shed in the backyard. I said, well, okay. So they get to the house or whatever, and she brings up how, they still would have to use the kitchen and the bathroom in her mom's house, the main house. But, the she shed will be their own private space, okay, where they would live happily ever after. And I said, okay. So they walk in the she shed, and he's shocked. Okay, this is the she shed. And I'm like, girl, look, it don't look horrible. It doesn't. However, that isn't moving ready. Okay, it's paint everywhere. I'm like, is that her stuff? I'm just confused. And why that microwave looks so old and dirty? I'm confused. I'm like, or does the mama store her stuff out there? And I don't know. But Sinjin is not happy. Okay, he's not happy at all. He's just like, so you lied when you said it was fixed up. She's like, well, it's just we have to do some stuff. She made it seem as if one beforehand it was done, and then when he's seen it, like, oh, it's just a little bit of stuff we got to do. He's like, this is like a couple hours worth of work. You know what I'm saying? This isn't done at all. Because they had to like take stuff down, like it was cabinets up on the walls. They had to come down, move. It was just this stuff. And then she said, I want you to also like build a kitchen. I said, a kitchen in where? The she shed ain't that big, okay? And that was also with that bed that was in there. It was also a little couch next to the girl. It was just stuff. Anyway, so, I'm just like, she don't really want him to be with her for that long. She brings up how, well, I planned to have it all done, but it was so stressful. It was so stressful. You know what I'm saying? So, but I feel like he needs to just suck it up. I was like, no, you could have sucked it up and had it ready, but I digress. So, again, she's like, I want you to build a kitchen in here or whatever, and some other things and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? And then we need to get it fixed immediately or whatever. And he said, well, no. Because she wanted to start working on it that day. He said, no, we're not going to do it. We're going to get a good night's rest in the house on the inside of the house, okay? And then figure all this out tomorrow. Like, this, we're not doing that, you know what I'm saying? Nah. She's like, oh, I thought we could. He was like, no, we not gonna do that or whatever. So she then says, I did all this stuff for him, okay? The paperwork, I paid for him to get over here, you know what I'm saying? How dare he think he can come here and just have a house ready to live in, you know what I'm saying? That's too much. She literally said he should not have thought he would come here and the place for them to live will be all set up. I mean, I feel like if you have somebody come and move to this country to live with you, you should at least have some kind of livable arrangement situation done. Like to this girl, I said, I guess so. So the next day, Cindy said, I guess it's a do-it-yourself then, whatever. I said, I guess it is, Cindy. So she brings up how, well, I know we'll be great married because, you know what I'm saying, we communicate really, really well. You know what I'm saying? I tell him what to do and he does it. But that ain't really what happened. So as they move stuff around or whatever, he's frustrated that she keeps, like, bossing him around or, like, just watch him do stuff. And they say, well, no, don't do that. No, 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 no. All that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, you need to kind of leave me alone. Let me do what I'm going to do. I guess so. So he say, like, she's controlling and it stresses me out. Like, completely stresses me out. Now, he tells her, you need to trust me, okay? You cannot be out here. Just give me the benefit of the doubt. Like, leave me be. Don't doubt me. Trust in me. She said, well, you know, you do things without thinking or whatever. So, I have to tell you what to do. He's like, no, you don't. Like, that ain't how it's gonna work. Like, that's not really cool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He said, sometimes just back off and leave me be. And then I'm like, they not gonna make it. Not gonna make it in these streets, okay? And then lastly, Blake and Jasmine. Oh, I mean, just this looks like, you know, just Get Out times 3. So, Blake is 29. His fiance is Jasmine. She's from Finland. And she's flying in today to be with him, okay? And he, you know, he brings up how he's been a bit naive in past relationships. He says, I was married at 19, divorced at 23 or whatever. He said because they just kind of grew in separate ways. I'm like, that's what happens because, you know, that's the age that it happens at. So he said after divorcing, he found an app, okay? In this app, he met Jasmine, who he said at first I thought she was a catfish, you know, who lived here or whatever. But turns out, you know what I'm saying, she was not a catfish. So he then said, I found out then she don't live here. She lives, you know, in Finland or whatever. So he flew to meet her in person. He said she looked exactly like she did in her pictures or whatever. And, you know, I took 3 trips there back and forth or whatever to visit her. And on the 3rd trip I proposed and she said yes. He currently lives in LA with his mama. He has a room with his mama, okay? And the mama, like, I wonder how she gonna fit in your room. Not only that, she looks fancy. Like, she like fancy shit. How she gonna react when you can't buy her stuff? I think she's gonna be upset. So, it's whatever. But he's on his way to get her from the airport. The mama bring up, I don't think she's gonna be happy that he can't buy her thing like she right think he can. And I say, well, how did he sponsor her? Like, did the mama sponsor her? I'm not sure. So, but we then see a plot twist, okay? The plot twist is, again, she lives across the country. However, her sister lives 10 minutes away from him. So, he brings up how the sister won a green card lottery last year. So, the sister's been in America for a year. And she lives, again, 10 minutes away from him. And she says, so, the sister was lucky to get in, and now Jasmine is getting in because she's going to marry him. I say, if that... So you the mark. Someone had him get on the app. The sister probably was using her address to find people close to her and found him. Boom. That's what it was. Because ain't no way you match with a girl. Because again, he said, I thought I was looking for girls in the area and she came up. And I later found out that she did not live here because her sister does. Okay, it's called a mark. It is that. So we then see she gets here. Okay, because he went and picked the sister up to ride with him to the airport because the sister was also going out of town. So as, you know, the girlfriend was coming in town, the sister was leaving. Now, both of their faces look surgically enhanced. Let's just say that, but I digress. So he said, I don't think she's here with me to get a green card. I think she is. Because again, ain't no way her sister stayed 10 minutes from you and you thought again that she was in LA. The sister used her address for her sister to find someone here to live with. Girl, it's the whole mark. So she get here and clearly he don't really like her. Let's just say that. And this looks like a get out session waiting to happen. So she's like, oh, I'm hot. I'm so hot. It kind of moves his hand off her shoulder. What she don't do is take off the jacket that's making her hot. Nope, she just removes his hand. I say, okay. So they don't have no chemistry. I mean, they hugged and kissed, but like you hug and kiss, the person who's playing for your meal, or like your John. I'm just saying what it is. So and she's like, I just can't wait to get back to the hotel, be alone. I love being alone. I've been single for a couple years. I love being alone. Like alone. I want to go back to the hotel room and go sleep alone. I'm looking like, you do know he going back to the hotel. Just saying. So she said it's been a long flight. I'm just tired. I'm gonna take a shower and go to bed. And he like, I ain't seen my girl in 6 months. Like, we have great sex when I was seeing her or whatever, but I mean, she here. What you want to do? She go to sleep. He's a mark. She's a user. We'll see how it all plays out. Okay, and that was the whole episode. I am done. Done. And that's it. Peace.